Thank you to all my patrons who supported me throughout my whole YouTube journey.
Welcome, everybody, to my podcast that I'm doing by myself. It's me and my Instagram friend. I will refer to him as Instagram friend unless he is comfortable stating his name. Instagram friend, are you comfortable stating your name?
My name is Ivan.
There you go. I will not show his face for his privacy reasons. He asked me not to, so I will respect that. I am just recording his audio feed just so we can get things started. Today we're going to talk about a couple things, but first things first. Ivan, what do you want to talk about, or do you want to do small talk, or you want to do small talk or get right into it?
I think get right into the the trailer. So
Okay.
So you're gonna say like what we're gonna talk about,
Yeah.
exactly what we just saw. Okay.
For anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about, we just watched, or I just watched the two trailers, one gameplay footage and one just a normal trailer for Spider-Man 2. And I don't know if y'all can see my background. And if you would see Ivan's room, it's probably the same thing, but less Spider-Man, more just Marvel and Star Wars stuff, and a lot of 80s retro music stuff, which is awesome. But we both are huge Spider-Man fans, like massive Spider-Man fans. And I both have the Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales Spider-Man on the PlayStation. I have, of course, Spider-Man Miles Morales on my PlayStation 5. And I will play the whole playthrough of Spider-Man 2 on my channel, so stay tuned for that. But, Ivan, which trailer would you like to talk about? You want to talk about the gameplay footage or the actual trailer?
Well, let's talk about the first trailer, the Craven trailer.
The Craven trailer?
The short one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, so...
You don't know who that was?
I don't know who that is. No, I do not.
Craven the Hunter. I mean...
I don't know who that is.
The only reason I know him is from previous Spider-Man games, and maybe some of the cartoons, but yeah, we haven't seen like a live action Craven, but yeah. I don't know like his whole backstory, but I know who he is at least.
I don't know who he is. I just know that from what I saw from the trailer, he wants to hunt something bigger and badder. And I'm guessing from what I saw from the gameplay footage, the lizard is that bigger, badder? Context clues?
Yeah.
Speaking of, it was like context clues of them chasing him on the literal ocean of Hudson,
right.
of Queens, and man, I'm like, I know that. I know where that is. Why chasing the lizard? That's Spider-Man's job, and we'll talk about him in a second. But why do you want to hunt the big lizard? I guess to be a bigger challenge, but it's like Batman fighting Killer Croc. It makes no sense.
I'm sure there'll be a don't know. A little story. Either that or he really just is looking for something to do on his spare time.
It could be just for something for him to do.
When I first saw the trailer of Craven, so the PlayStation Showcase was today and I missed it. I completely forgot about it. That's where they show all the trailers all in one live stream. So if I were to look at the Craven trailer without knowing that it was Spider-Man based, I could easily thought it was like a Street Fighter type of game because of the character. He looks
very Tomb Raider type jungle thing when I first saw it, and then when it mentioned New York, I'm like, oh, we're in that universe. Because I don't know who this is.
The character looked a little too very Street Fighter, big and bulky, and So yeah, that's just something I noticed. But yeah, Craven the Hunter.
Craven the Hunter. We will learn more about him in the playthrough, hopefully, and we just don't get here's Craven the Hunter. Those Spider-Man fans know exactly who he is, but some new Spider-Man fans will have no idea who he is. So, all right,
right.
Time to talk. about the thing we're all here for.
So I say we'll like go from start to finish, like what we first saw, and then
So what we first saw is Hunter's guys. I'm assuming it's Hunter's guys. They look like the guys who were in the trailer.
Mhm.
Trying to either track down either Peter with venom powers, which we will talk about that, or Lizard. Later in the trailer, it's more clear they're looking for Lizard, but Peter is also looking for Lizard.
Mhm.
In the gameplay footage, I saw the hub and it looked a little weird to me. I like the colors, but like the placement of certain things were a bit off. So maybe they'll fix
Mhm.
that, hopefully, or else that's gonna bug me the whole game. But like some things were like a little bit misplaced, which is okay. It's just a trailer. It's just a trailer. Doesn't mean that's
Exactly.
exactly
They
what
have
it's
time
gonna
to
be.
fix it.
But it was fine. It was fine. But the powers of the Venom suit, holy crap!
Which I was like surprised that it was like, okay, here we go. Yeah, Black Suit Spider-Man like, right from the get-go.
Right
Like,
from the get go.
holy shit.
And I've seen the animated. I've seen a couple episodes of the animated Spider-Man, and I believe when Venom gets introduced, that's the suit from the animation, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
That looks like it. Because it
Mhm.
doesn't look like the black suit from Tobey Maguire, and it doesn't look like
Well, that's
Venom
because Tobey
from
Maguire's suit
Venom.
was really just the same suit but
Yeah,
black. Because in the comics, it's actually like the
with the white, yeah.
you know. Yeah. Mhm.
But I cannot wait to like see more Venom powers. Like I was like, oh,
Yo,
Venom.
when that part when he had the goon like up to the house, it was like just kicking him like sideways. It was like, oh, like damn, brutal,
Dude, like,
brutal.
but we do know, based on Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and a little bit from the actual Venomverse, that the Venom symbiote can make you a bit of a jerk.
Obviously, yeah.
If not,
Hmm.
if not combined correctly, it will make you into a villain if you let it. And as Dr. Connor says in Tobey Maguire's, don't get that stuff on you. It's not a good thing to do.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
we'll get Bully
Can I just like
Maguire's.
quickly say, so the first like opening shot where we get to like the actual neighborhood, like houses, I
Hmm.
thought that was pretty cool because we didn't get that in the last game, I think.
We
No,
were
huh? It was
we
just like,
were strict because when I was like playing the first game, I'm like, why did they cut up to Harlem? They do know the island goes more than past Harlem. Like there are
mhm.
cities past Harlem. I've been there. I know where that is.
Yeah,
So
right.
there should be more houses here, not a bridge or cut off land. But I guess like it's an open world. They need to restrict it some. They can only do so much of New York. So like we're just gonna cut the island like this. Everyone will know this part of the island, but that
But
part
now
do not care. Queens, where is that? We don't know where
now it
Queens
feels
is.
like they're really gonna put like two different parts. I guess
Hope
like you
we
can go to the
get
city or
Brooklyn.
the neighborhood.
I hope we get Brooklyn.
Hmm.
Because I don't know if you know this, before me and my mom came here, we lived in Brooklyn, Queens, and a bit in Manhattan for like a little bit, but then I think we did that's the wrong order. It was Manhattan, Brooklyn, then Queens, Long Island, California, and that in order. And so like if I get to see like my mom showed me like pictures of like my childhood home when I was like itty bitty before I moved here. If I see
Hmm.
my house, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. I swear to God, if I see my
Too
house from
much.
when I was 4 years old, I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
Wow.
I'm gonna freak the fuck out. He's like,
Well, it looks very detailed, like
it
the
looks
whole
very
like area.
detailed.
It looks really cool. Like
It looks
wow.
so
Wow.
detailed. It was so cool. Like, I know what it is.
Hmm. Okay, so it was fighting, and then we was done fighting. Isn't that where we switched to Miles?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like press square, and then it switches to Miles, and it was like, are we gonna like, is this an ability that we're gonna have, throughout the game, or just in certain missions
Yeah.
of switching Spider-Mans?
Because that's like it reminds me of like what does it remind me of?
GTA.
No, not GTA. Yes, GTA, but something else. Oh man, the Lego games. When you like press
Oh yeah,
Y
when
and it
you
changes to a different character.
yeah,
It's like that.
right.
But yeah,
Hmm.
it is more like GTA when you have to hold down the button to switch to a different character.
So we get to Miles,
Yeah,
and when he like gets like those like what is it like flagpoles or whatever,
yeah.
and he like swings hella far into the distance, and then just starts flying and
What, like
stuff.
the glider?
Yo! I'm gonna say it right now though, the camera movement looks so
So good.
good. Like, oh
So
my,
good.
like it was like the way it was moving with Miles, it was just like holy.
It made it. I was like literally watching it from my phone, and I was like literally
Right? It's
moving
like
with it.
really immersive, hella immersive. Yeah.
I can just imagine with it on my tiny ass, medium sized, shitty TV, how that would look.
But even then, it's like, like just the way it moves, it really like it feels more natural,
And
more,
like I knew
not
they
so
like I knew they were gliders in Spider-Man because we saw that in Far From Home when
right. But they never really used it though, like in the
they didn't
first
use it
game.
as much. They only used it to like glide from the plane into the tornado, and that's basically it.
No, I mean like in the game,
Oh
like the
yeah, in the
last
game
game,
too.
we didn't,
Like we didn't have any type of
we didn't have
gliding
any of that.
thing.
Hmm.
Then it would be too much like Batman though. It'll be
Yeah,
too
that's
much
true.
like the actual Batman Arkham Asylum and City and whatever series, because like we're trying to dissociate from okay, we know the combat is like Batman. Let's try not to be like Batman. We'll have a grappling system, but make it web system. Yeah. And now the second game, like, can we make him glide? We can make him glide. Spider-Man glides, right? Yeah, let's make him glide. Let's make
Hmm.
him like Batman.
Yeah.
What the hell? Stubble, black, has a bad attitude, can fly,
I
kind
was
of,
just thinking that. I was
grapple,
about to say that. Now
has
it's really like Ark.
gadgets, super smart,
Yeah.
in a
Hmm.
very city, crime-filled place, but not rich. He's
Yeah.
not rich. And, no, wait, he is an orphan. Never mind. And has a sidekick who sees him as a father figure, but kind of a brother figure, for being honest.
Right.
But yeah.
So we get to here. Hold on. I'm gonna like mute my TV, but I'm gonna play the gameplay just to kind of keep on track exactly. Because some things that I only watched it like once,
Yeah, me
so
too. So we glide in,
I really
we
yeah. So we get to Miles. He like glides through the city, and then gets to what do you call it?
like a sewers place or like
A
some type of
warehouse, like a
underground
where?
bunker area. He's trying
Yeah,
to
and
find
we
a
see a
lizard.
little bit,
We know
a
that.
little bit of stealth.
Yep. He does some cool combo wombos. He takes down two people at the same time. I saw that. That's new. We only could do it one at a time, which bugged the
Right?
crap out of me because
Really
when I was
annoying.
hanging
That's
on a
like
ceiling and I saw two goons right next to each other and there was nowhere for them to go,
I'm
but
I'm
right
I'm like
there.
watching it right now as you're saying it, like right now.
Just two. You have two web shooters for a reason. Just web them up, tie them together, pull them up.
Ex-
So easy,
Yeah.
and I'm so glad they have it in this rendition. I'm so glad. But then
And then
he does some
okay,
wombo
so
combos with his
here's one other thing.
powers. He has new
When he's like
powers.
walking inside, like through the warehouse, like I have a feeling, and I'm getting this vibe already in this trailer, that it's gonna have like very horror, quote unquote, elements. Like it might be very not
Oh,
horror like, but like how do I say it? Like
yeah,
suspense.
it's gonna have some suspense. I mean, if you're
Because
gonna have
because
Venom
Miles is like
in your
walking, he's
game, it's
very
gonna be a little bit
dark.
intense.
There's like dead fishes, like blood, like very gory stuff on the ground as he's walking, crawling. So, so I hope they kind of, because it's Venom, it's supposed to be scary. So, and then, and so he's okay. And then when he finds the dead skin, but it's like really huge. It's like, oh damn, he's gonna be large, like big,
And
big.
ugly.
Yeah, like wow. And then Genki shows up with like this
With
vulture looking
drone
toy
thing.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And yeah. He
when
finds
Peter shows up.
what we thought was a lizard. Oh my god, it's just Pete in his weird ass suit.
But it looks very like the shadows, like all this sort of. I mean, it just has that horror Sam Raimi maybe type thing. So, which I'm kind of excited for.
And the fact that we like, since like I know what Peter Parker is like based on the games and the movies, and the fact that how he interacts with Miles through that whole section was just like not him at all. I'm like,
Hmm.
fuck, we're gonna have Bully McGuire moment. We're gonna have a fucking Bully McGuire moment. I swear, if they don't have the dancing meme, that was a waste of opportunity.
And then they go on chasing him like on the what do you call it? Not a river, but like there's boats basically. They're just speeding through with boats.
Mhm.
With the jet skis and all that, which is like the animations when you take them down, it's like really cool. Not gonna lie,
Really cool. And it's so
it's
smooth and like, and the fact that you
yeah,
can
everything
glide
runs
through
smooth.
and don't have to web sling every single place, it's like so relaxing. And then like Miles saves the people from drowning, Peter, then we chase him from Peter, and then they do the alley oop, and
Mhm.
like the way Peter said fuck, like it's like when your little cousin like asks you to play an annoying song again, like
Fun,
fine,
yeah.
alley oop. They missed the opportunity to say yeet, like yeet.
So when okay, it's about to play right now. So when Peter is swinging,
Mhm.
I mean, it's pretty much the same as the first game. Like, because I played it so much, I pretty much know all the like movements that he does when he's swinging.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's like a couple different like animations, but it's
There's
pretty much.
I noticed because I've tried to platinum games now, and I don't know why I try to platinum them, but I played Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales more times than I could possibly count, and their
Mhm.
movements are very different. And when I saw it in the actual gameplay footage, I'm like, well, Miles is more agile, he's less stumbly, he's getting more honed to himself thanks to what happened at Harlem. Peter with the Venom symbiote, he's a little jagged. Okay, that's new, I guess, because the symbiote. Yeah, yeah. He's a little bit more flowy. He's a little bit more like, but like
Right. Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. It's probably fine. Right?
Mhm.
It's probably fine. It's not like
And
that
then
thing's
they.
gonna come alive and try to eat us. But the fact that why they are catching the lizard, not only because he's like a criminal and a ginormous lizard, but they said they need him for Harry to get better. And we know, thanks to Spider-Man game and the Spider-Man Miles Morales, that Harry is sick with the goblin fever or something that is making him sick, that made his mom sick and unfortunately died. And
Mhm.
Harry's trip to Europe was literally a cover up to have Norman's son legit in a back tank until they can solve this thing. And what I saw in the tank was black webbing. So my thing is this. Somehow Norman found the symbiote. I don't know how, I don't know when. But he had to find the black symbiote to put it in Harry to see if it would like help him stay alive, basically. And
Mhm.
then he got out somehow. The Venom symbiote got out of Harry and went into Peter somehow. And the only other reasonable explanation, science, mumbo jumbo, don't really understand it, don't care, but E equals MC squared, lizard, cure, Harry. Cool. Great.
Yeah.
Now we need Lizard's blood, I'm assuming. Either his blood or his some type of DNA tissue or whatever they need from him. And get back to Norman to get that cure to Harry to save, Peter's best friend. But the way that they just casually slide that under, like, Lizard is the key to Harry's survival? Why? How? When? Who? Like, the W's and the Y's, and it's like...
So we have, I mean, I know in the last game we had like the Sinister Six, but in this game, so we have Venom, which, obviously going to become its own villain, right?
Yep.
And then we have
Hunter
Lizard,
and Lizard.
and then Hunter. Yeah.
And
And
then,
so
here's my thing. I think we're gonna go down the rabbit hole of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and because he's so sick, either Harry's gonna don the suit and be like Harry in the Amazing Spider-Man, just all weird and creepy looking, and or Norman is sick and tired of it and just full of rage, and we'll just have a freaking freaking Green Goblin from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Like, it's a flip of the coin of which Osborn boy is gonna turn evil and ride the glider, because we know it's gonna happen.
We've seen in the first game when you're MJ and you're spying around the lab, we see like prototypes of the mask, the bombs, the Green Goblin. So there has to be, at least something to continue off from that. Or maybe it's just an Easter egg and be like, hey, look, Green Goblin, ha ha ha, type of thing.
We're definitely not gonna have him be Green Goblin. No.
Right, exactly. Okay, so back to where we were. So now Lizard is chasing Miles on the river, or on the water, and it's like jumping around.
Sorry. All right.
And we're back.
I just had to give my mom's in a webinar, so we're in my sister's bedroom. I can't be in my bedroom, or else he'll eat my guinea pig. So I don't want that to happen. So, yeah. So you were saying?
So, yeah. So we saw Lizard. Oh, I was telling you, like you said, he looks like Killer Croc from DC.
He does.
But which, like, what are you referencing it from?
I'm referencing especially his look in Arkham Asylum and City.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because the only time I've seen him is like in the first Suicide Squad.
No, not that Killer Croc. Not that Killer Croc. A different one.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, he does look. He's huge. Like he's like an actual dinosaur. Like, damn.
Yeah, he's like a legit reptile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then so it's chasing, and then Miles gets out of it, and then that's when they're like on the side of the
on the
under the bridge. Yeah, on the boardwalk, and then the flying thing goes straight into the, what is it, like a chopper?
Yeah, the chopper. The drone goes through the chopper. The chopper goes down. Yeah. Lizard escapes. Like symbiote Peter's like all pissy fit. Like, he got away. Like, okay, Batman, calm down.
But calm down. Very like damn, he got away. Where's Rachel? Rachel.
Connors.
Yeah, but it's like, so Genki's like, is he always? He's never like this. Or he's always
normally like that.
Is he always like this?
Right?
No.
Like this.
He's not like this usually.
He's never like that.
And then we cut.
And then the line where he's like, Connors has really big teeth, and then he's like,
so
what is it like? I have bigger, mine are bigger, something like that.
Like some of that, like.
But like,
don't like how that goes.
Right. So that's where I'm like, okay, yep, we're gonna see Miles versus Peter. Yep. I guarantee it. He's gonna come like, Peter, what are you doing? Like, and they're gonna fight.
To be done.
Yeah. Exactly. So they're definitely gonna have at least one sort of fight scene together, like against each other. And
then like we're gonna have like a bell tower type thing where like literally we have to like fight him in a bell tower with sound and fire are the only ways to defeat a symbiote. Or unless they're gonna do a whole new thing, which is totally possible.
Maybe. Yeah.
But I'm so
Yo, but
excited. It's gonna come out in
so
fall. It's gonna be
so when that ends, and then like we see the logo, and then the like Venom like crawling, and then I got mad Spider-Man 3 vibes because in the trailer for Spider-Man 3, I remember one it was like this like the red like patterns, and then the
yeah.
symbiote. I was like, yo. And then if you notice, so the logo Spider-Man 2, Be Greater together, and then the symbiote comes on the together,
And then
and
like
then we see
Miles' powers like shocks it.
yeah. So that furthermore, it's like yeah, they're gonna
They're
like
gonna
clash.
butt heads.
Fall 2023. Oh my god.
We don't have a date. We just know it's in the fall, which
This year. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm
a
really
lot of
excited.
exciting things are happening
Yeah.
game wise.
Yeah. Oh man, how exciting.
So exciting. Do you want to talk about Fast X?
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about that.
Okay, this
Fast
is
X.
also
All
a
right, now
spoiler.
switching gears
Switching
now.
This is a spoiler for anyone who has not seen Fast X. If you have not seen the Fast and Furious franchise or Fast X, please exit now. Okay, do we think Dom and the rest of the team are truly dead?
Here's one thing. So we saw that one chick from the submarine who supposedly died in
Who
one of the
supposedly
films.
died. One of them was Gal Gadot's
So
character
now
supposedly died.
it's like I just can't really know for sure anymore because are they dead and then they come back and it's like like it doesn't have that much of an impact because I'm like okay yeah they're gonna come back. There's no way they're
Yeah,
just gonna
he's
kill
like,
off half of the team.
I was literally telling this to my mom. I was like sitting there in the theater being like, no, they'll come back. They'll come back. They'll come back. I'll tell my mom, they'll come back. They'll come back, mom. No, mom. They'll come back. They'll come back. Yeah.
Which just goes like, are they really like gods? Can they just temporarily die for a little bit and then just come back when they most need to? And
Yeah. Like, I was like, and like Elton was like coming in and like, yeah, Elton, don't worry, Elton, it's gonna be fine. They're fine. They're fine. Hi, bud. But like, yeah, they're fine. They're fine. Like, who knows? Like, we saw the plane crash with Dom's
explode.
perspective, or like explode. Yeah. So like, we don't know if Elton. I swear, he is gonna kill us something. Okay, but like, yeah, like we don't like know like what he's gonna do, and like, who knows? Maybe Dom and Little B are really good swimmers.
Probably, maybe. Yeah.
We don't know.
But like when it ended, I was like, huh. So this is really gonna be like part 1, part 2, maybe part 3, most likely.
Probably. But now Dwayne The Rock Johnson's like character, like Hobbs,
Shows up.
Hobbs's
Yeah.
family's gonna be under siege. So yeah, his daughter is gonna be targeted. His family in Samoa is gonna be targeted. A lot of people are gonna be targeted.
So what do we think about Samoa's character? Like overall, what did you think?
I like he was like getting in the realms of Joker vibes for me. He was getting there. Because first he was insane, then he was crazy, then he killed people and pretended he was at a tea party and nail salon. Joker vibes
Strange.
just sprang in my mind. And then
Especially because we've seen him in other things and he's like always very serious and scary. And we kind of saw that at the beginning before he, was thrown off the bridge. He was like very like serious guy and.
Yeah, but
and then
apparently, according to the intel, he was always crazy. He's now just more crazy.
Yeah.
So like, and I didn't see. I thought the guy from the agency was actually gonna like help us, but nope. Just gonna not gonna do that, man. Not gonna do that.
I first I was like, okay, yeah, he Dom taught him a lesson or whatever. And then, but when he told him like, "Hey, take the left or take the right," and then straight onto the bridge, I was like, "Okay, this was set up." Just like
This is
he
too
definitely,
convenient.
he definitely like told him to go that way, and that's where, it was like it just looked very, you know, suspicious. And then the trucks appear,
Sus.
and
Just all around sus. Now I know the guy in
yeah,
the green. We know these are two deaths that I know for sure are dead, because there's no possible way for them to be alive. The guy in the green car and John Cena's character. They
John
are
Cena,
both
yeah.
They are both dead. Alton, you cannot get outside. He's.
But I will not be surprised
I will not be
if John
surprised if
Cena
John Cena comes back.
comes back.
Alton,
It's
come here.
just like
Come here. Yeah, continue. Come here.
it's like they supposedly kill all of these characters, and then a couple movies later they bring them back. So that's why I keep saying that their their deaths, that supposedly deaths of the other team, it's just like I don't know. I don't know what to believe,
Yeah,
because they just will not keep someone dead,
they will not.
like the main group. So
Yeah.
which and one other thing, so it opens up with like flashbacks from the fifth film.
Yeah.
When I saw Paul Walker's
I
character like
know. I
on
know.
screen,
I'm like,
it was
is that
like
really
for a
him?
for a
Because
for a moment, for a moment, I totally forgot he was gone. Like
no,
it
like
felt like
oh, because I thought when I saw them that's really great CGI because I haven't seen any of the films. I've only seen 8 and 9 and Hobbs and Shaw, and those are the only Fast and Furious movies I've ever seen. And Mom's like, no, that's from the fifth film. I'm like, so that's footage. That's Paul when he was alive, and she's like, yep, that's Paul when he was alive, and I'm like, oh,
yeah. I got chills. Like I don't know. It just felt like for a second like the old Fast and Furious. I
yeah.
mean, it was technically because it was like from the fifth film, but like seeing him on the big screen again,
Yeah,
just
it was an honor and a pleasure. Thank you. Sorry, he's very energetic today.
yeah,
We just came back from the dog park, so he saw a billion dogs.
yeah. But he's still, pretty pumped.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, that was it. But I hope they're not dead. They can't be dead. It's the thing is they can't be dead. There's no way they're dead.
And also the way it ends with Dom and his son, like, will it survive this? I mean, we're gonna know from the trailers, obviously,
like
because like
how are they
if
gonna
you survive,
survive it?
exactly. So, oh, okay. Here's one theory. So my theory is, so supposedly this is part one, and then they're gonna make part two, and then part three, and that's it, done. So maybe in part two we won't see the team at all for that film, for part two. So we can like more on be like, damn, they died, plane crash. And then the
Yeah.
third one, I just feel like it's gonna be a whole end game thing. Everyone's gonna come back to life.
Yeah,
They're all
because I
gonna like
believe this is the
race.
Infinity War of the Fast Saga. So this is gonna be maybe the second movie is Hobbs's story of how he's gonna try to protect his family from the crazy nut job of Aquaman. And
Right.
and then in the third movie is they're not really dead and maybe Hobbs's family survive and we're all gonna band together to just punch this guy so far up in his face he won't feel it.
And Dom is gonna be like,
Family,
family, assemble.
family, assemble.
Assemble. No, you hear never go.
So yeah,
But I mean, I'm
I'll
like
take
at one point, Dom has to die. Dom.
yes.
That's He has to.
He
I
has to
mean,
die.
at least in the last film, like, yeah, because he even said like, what parenthood is leaving like your kids, to be better than you. So,
Yeah. He has to die,
generate.
and then Little B has to like take up that mantle of like, now this is my family,
Exactly.
or something cheesy like that.
No, this is my family.
This is my
It's always been his family.
it's like dad just died. He looks in the sunset and he goes and he looks at his mom and says, "This is my family now."
But why now? It's always been this family. So there wasn't a family before. Like now.
But no, this is his family. It's
No, it's
his baby.
my family.
That's my family to protect.
Oh man, yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be like a line like that.
There's gonna be.
Yeah. Oh man.
So, are we gonna see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie when it comes out in October?
Switching gears, Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know. I know my sisters, but they both want to watch it so bad because they're both like very like fans of YouTubers and whatnot. So
Yeah.
they want to watch it too. But like I don't know. I mean, I watched the trailer and I was like, this looks really fan made.
Yeah,
Like,
it looked very fan-made in
which
the
I
trailer.
which I assume they're gonna maybe fix it later on. They just wanted to get something out right
Yeah.
now. So
It's gonna be like the Sonic movie where they showed that ugly Sonic and then like, oh look, 2 weeks later, whatever it was, like was it like 2 months later, the internet was like so outraged. It's like, oh no, that Sonic looks gross, ew, ew, and then they changed it. It's gonna be like that
Mhm.
all over again. Everyone's like worried about the eyes. Like, I don't like the eyes either. I'm not saying I like the eyes. I don't like the eyes either, but I can
I just
deal
think
with the
the
eyes.
animatronics need to look more like
Animatronic.
animatronics. They just look like animated characters come
But
to life. Like they just
here's what I
look
know about the actual
pretty.
animatronics they used for the film. It's by the same company who makes Muppets, like the Muppets from the Muppet Show, and like
But
Muppets for Sesame
shouldn't
Street.
be all the more reason to like include real, like actual
Yeah, like they
prosthetic.
should like real robotic like parts or
Yeah,
something like that,
not just full on CGI.
like felts or whatever it was. It seems like it was a mix of plastic and felt, from what I could tell.
Yeah.
Like,
But here's the thing, they have to make it both CGI and like actual real. Because if they make it just without CGI, then it's still gonna look goofy as hell. Like
still
all
goofy.
these like puppets moving very. But if they make it all CGI, then yeah. Like the trailer, I think it's just like all CGI, then
Yeah.
you know.
And plus, we
So
don't
there
even
has
know
to
if
be
they're gonna go by the lore. They may just go by like what they think is the lore, but we do know that Scott did work on it, so maybe he was like, yeah, no, let's go by the lore. Here's how I interpret that. This is my lore. Like everyone has their own like thinking of how the lore works, but this is really this may be like the like Scott Cawthon's way of like, hey, world, you want to solve Five Nights at Freddy's so bad? This is it. The movie is it. This is the real story of Five Nights at Freddy's. Of like, no more theory. Pat, I'm sorry you theorized like for 4 episodes of the complete saga for nothing. We're just gonna throw that in the dumpster and put it in a fire. We're just gonna nope.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
maybe
I
it
know
will in the
nothing about it.
dumpster.
Really, like the lore and all that. I am clueless. I just know that it's a video game
Yeah,
that YouTube love to play a lot.
yeah. I actually played the third game by myself, and I couldn't go past the second night because it was that scary, and I could not
Wow.
really pass the second night because I was that bad. But yeah, if you really want like a lore breakdown by Matthew Patrick himself, I would suggest going to his channel and say complete timeline of Five Nights at Freddy's. Just watch that, and you'll be good to go for the movie because that's what I did. because I forget a lot, so I had to re-jog my memory and just watch the.
But maybe perhaps in the movie they might put a little like Easter eggs or references, but I feel like it's gonna be like a different story, or maybe not exactly.
Yeah, but
Again, I don't know nothing about the
I
story.
just, this is what I hope. I know, and I know this, and I know this, and I shouldn't get my hopes up. I know Mark, aka Markiplier, is not going to be in the film. I hope he is, because he is the king of Five Nights at Freddy's, and he should be in there, but that's my only opinion. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. The king should be in the movie. I know
I'm sure they're
he's
gonna
doing
include a
Iron
few
Lung. I know
YouTubers.
that, Elton. I know. I know. I know. I know. But I want him there. That's the thing. I want him there. There's a difference. So, I want him there. I know he's not going to be there, but I want him there. That's the thing. And I know he's doing his own, like, Iron Lung thing, but, like, still, the king should be where the king roams. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
But yeah. Who knows? Hell, that's it. Stop it. Alright, well, should we wrap this up? Do you think we went off track?
Well, that's all podcasts like that. Like they just, hey, we have a topic, but we're gonna go off it for like throughout most of it, and
Yeah.
it just kind of go with it. Yeah. But I think we should like wrap it up. We talked about Spider-Man. We talked about
Fast and
what is
Furious X.
Fast X and Five Nights at Freddy's.
Are we
So
forgetting
yeah.
anything before we sign off? I don't think so. There's
Well,
going to
I
be a
guess
new DLC for the security breach. I know that.
the only upcoming
Otherwise,
thing is like the Spider-Verse movie
the Spider-Verse
coming in.
movie, which we are going to see, hopefully together. We'll think about it. Hopefully our schedules line up and
Hopefully it works
everything.
out or not.
Fingers crossed.
Maybe.
We're going to watch that. But yeah, I think that's it then. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
a lot of exciting things are happening this
It's a
year,
lot of things. Yeah, a lot of.
and I'm just
It's gonna be a good year, video games and movie wise.
and video games turning into movies and
Exactly. Yeah. There you go. That's the both worlds.
all right.
All
Well,
right then.
thank you guys for tuning in to We Talk About Stuff. Today we talked about movies, games, and everything in between. Games turning into movies, etc. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next time we'll talk about, who knows, The Little Mermaid. Who knows?
Maybe, because I might see that, even though I'm like, I'm not really. I don't know. Maybe.
I am
We'll see.
obliged to see it because my mom's favorite character is Ariel, and my favorite song is Poor Unfortunate Souls. So,
Then it's a very guarantee that you will see it.
yeah, it's a very guarantee that I will see it. It's just a matter of when. So,
Right.
I'm going to see that,
No,
and
it's not
hopefully
like,
you'll
I
see
have to
that.
watch it now, but it's like when I get the chance
Yeah,
to,
when you
maybe.
get the chance. And if you don't want to see it, it's fine. I'll probably just say, like, if you want to, like, oh, it's just like the animation. It's just with different people. Or it's like, oh, it has a different story. You really should see it. It's, like, totally different. It's like a Cinderella thing. It's not going to be the awful, Lion King. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. But anyway, we'll see you guys next time. This has been Ivan,
On the next
and I've been
episode.
Maddie. Thank you guys for joining our podcast, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.